Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing well. Today's audio is gonna be about our ancestors and about our spirit guides. This audio was requested by a subscriber, this one is for you and for anybody else who is interested in this topic. I think everybody should be because this is very important. So, guys, at all times, every single one of us has right by our side our ancestors, our spirit guides, and our guardian angels. They're always with us, always. Now, why are ancestors so important? You've probably noticed that every person that does any kind of spiritual, energetic energy work always kind of worships their ancestors because they're very important in the whole process and they do help us with the energy work. And this is because our energy does contain energy of our ancestors. So, as you know, from our ancestors, we inherit our, appearance. So, our physical traits, our, just features, right? But we also inherit other things, and this has been scientifically proven. We inherit memories, even. We inherit, just behaviors. Yes, traumas also, but a bunch of things. So obviously, if we are able to inherit those type of things, energy needs to be involved. It just does. So this is why we should all honor them. And if you have noticed, people have been honoring their ancestors always. So we have practices where we bury them in special places and then we come and visit them and we bring them things, don't we? So we has asked me what should she offer to her ancestors. Guys, just be logical. Same stuff you offer to the ones you visit because you are visiting some of your ancestors. Of course, not all of them because you don't know where all of them are buried and they don't have graves anymore. But the ones that you do visit them, don't you? You do honor them. So you see, you're doing it already. We are all doing it already. It's a practice, it's a tradition in every single culture. We honor the ancestors. Ever wondered why? So, traditionally in most countries, and I could be wrong, maybe in some there's different practices, absolutely, here where I live at least, and I think in most places that you guys live, we bring them flowers and candles, don't we? So, this is why I offer candles and flowers as well. So, just follow the tradition. And what you're offering, what you're bringing to your ancestors that you knew and whose graves you visit, it's basically the same thing. You can honor the ones that you have no idea where they're buried and you can't know. You can offer them things right there in your home if you have an altar, whatever. Same stuff, same things that traditionally we offer them. So it's kind of logical. All of it is really logical, but people don't really think about it, do they? And yes, I definitely recommend this practice. Also, one of the things that I do with any kind of self love work, if I'm working with someone on self love, whether it's coaching, whether it's spell work, whatever it is, like specifically, we has asked about this because she suddenly, the day after the skull spell that was done on her, she suddenly realized that she is her ancestors, that she is all of those people, and she was like really connecting with them and crying and all these things. And she asked me why. And a really big practice of self love is honoring your ancestors. Also, when it comes to any kind of insecurity, whether physical or some other kind, you have to understand that your features that you hate are the features that come from, way back from your ancestors who are a part of you and who are great and magical, and you are kind of saying, oh, I hate my nose, guys, and there's nothing to hate about anybody's nose. Like, every single nose shape is coming from a different culture, and it's so interesting and so wonderful, and every single one is beautiful. um, and I know that social standards are crazy right now, right? And just like what we see in the media, everything plastic, everything altered, everything, just everything is about a certain look, and that's just how fashion functions, basically. But let's get above that. Let's not be so shallow, and let's not follow those rules, because that's not what beauty is about. That's not what beauty should be about. It's a form of, popular beauty. I don't know how to call it, pop beauty. Just like trend, what's trendy, and it's not that deep. Like, for example, you having a nose from your Greek ancestors, that's deep, that's beauty. So a lot of self-love, a lot of self-love is accepting the features that your ancestors gave you, and kind of researching as well where they came from. I think that something that would help anybody with their confidence, self-esteem, would be, just taking one of those DNA tests where you can find out where your ancestors came from, like the mix of the countries you are basically from. It's interesting, it's fun, it also, just makes you feel a bit more confident, because it's like, whoa, I'm from here and here and here, my ancestors lived here and here and here, and I think it's really fun. So I think it could help you with your self-esteem even, and you can kind of then research the features of the people from that specific place and kind of see them in yourself and be like, whoa, I really love that I have a Greek nose, or a Roman nose, or whatever it is. For example, me, I have, I do live in a Slavic country, but I'm from a different Slavic country originally. So I have always noticed that majority of the people here has different features. Although we are all Slavic, I kind of knew that I have, Eastern European features, because it's kind of easy to detect, I guess. So yeah, I had, different ancestors than the people here. And sure, sometimes I was made fun of those features. I think that happens to everybody, but don't be offended about it. If somebody tells you, oh, you have a huge nose or something, tell them, yeah, it's a Roman nose, because I'm partly Italian or whatever, it is. So always be proud of what you have. And being confident is really not allowing what's on trend to dictate how you're going to look. Seriously. And if you look at all the gorgeous beauties on Instagram that have altered their faces and bodies, think about why they did that. They were clearly very insecure, to the point where they chose to have surgery. Again, I have nothing against that. If it will truly help somebody to feel, good about themselves and happy, okay. But I do still think that every single person is beautiful just the way they are, because they're carrying the beauty of the people that came before them, of their ancestors, and it's always a unique blend and mix. And I just view beauty in that way, I guess, because as a spiritual worker, I'm very, very much aligned with the whole ancestor thing. So yeah, I just wanted to say that for anybody who might be struggling with something physical or anything else, Now let's talk about spirit guides. So we has asked me how we can like connect with our spirit guides. But the thing is, guys, we are always connected with our spirit guides. Every single person does have spirit guides, obviously, and every single person has ancestors, right? And every single person has guardian angels, and it is what it is. We are all connected. So everybody is connected with their spirit guides because the point of the spirit guides is to guide you, right? So connection has to exist or you wouldn't have spirit guides, and then it's impossible for somebody not to have them. So you already are connected, all of you, everyone. Of course, you can connect more. You can be in tune more. You can just naturally be more in tune. We are not all the same, but we all have them, and they guide all of us. So how to recognize that? People take things for granted. They think that things happen for no reason. They think that everything is a circumstance. They think that everything that pops into their head is just them. So, our spirit guides are actually that voice that you hear sometimes when you are about to get in trouble and they're like, I don't think it's a good idea to go there. It's not really you. So, spirit guides, you can call them your intuition. Different people kind of have different views on that, what intuition is. For me, I think we can say it could be our spirit guides, right? Spirit guides are that voice that you hear when you have a decision to make, and they're like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? So they're just guiding you towards your path. It doesn't mean that your path is necessarily easy. It doesn't mean that your path is necessarily happiness and love and everything great, because we all have paths in life and we all need to learn certain things and have certain experiences. So keep that in mind. So I don't want anybody to think my spirit guides are evil. No, they're not. But your essence, your soul, whatever you want to call it, your energy, you need to experience certain things in this lifetime. So it is what it is, and then you obviously have the choice whether you're going to learn and grow from them, because you do have free will. Also, your spirit guides are giving you messages in different ways. It's not just the voice you may hear. It can be other things. It can be something you see that really helps you with something. Just something pops up, something happens, something, just it seems like, oh, this is too good to be true. That's a huge circumstance. That could be them. So you're always connected to them, every single one of you. You just kind of need to understand, the more in tune you get, the more you understand when it's them, and, kind of recognize it. But they're always there, they're always guiding you. And we are all, protected in a way, and we all have guidance. So we just kind of need to recognize it. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you've learned something new. And I wish everybody a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.